Spirit Blossom's back, yay!
Jo, víc skinů, já. Odojíme šaraj Tohle. No, ta hra tak vyměkla, kámo, ta hra tak změkla prostě. Jak se to jmenovalo, Yunara, nebo co, lol? Tady tahle ta prej. Tak bude jako ionia sezóna, no, tak asi vole, to dává smysl, aby vydali čempa do ionia, no. Tyhle, co zase bude. Aurora V2, ne, mi to tak připadá. Je nevydávají nějak moc ženských postav, nebyly náhodou poslední dvě ženský, Ambessa a Mel. Co bylo před něma? Jako víte kurva, že tu hru hrajou hlavně kluci, jo? Ambessa, jedna ženská, další ženská, Smolder dítě, Hvej. No, Hvejovi nic nebudu říkat. Holka, dítě. Takže z posledních 8 čempů bylo 6 ženských a 2 děti. To ne, 5 ženských, 2 děti a 1 malíř. Není tam žádný gigachat, žádný prostě brutální warrior, vole. Ta hra tak vyměkla, kámo, ta hra tak změkla prostě.
Looks like we were wrong. We might not get the Darkin Glaive champion next.
Nebude Darkin champ asi, no, ten bude asi až později.
Instead, she is the new champion. So maybe we are getting the Rose Knight after all, like some leaks were suggesting. Just strange that we would get those LeBlanc teasers.
Jste si mysleli, že vymysleli novýho Darkina, nebo že přijde nějaký Darkina, který už je v loru? Ne.
Of them looking for a new host for the Darkin weapon in Ionia, to not have that tied to this. But maybe we will. Maybe she will be the host, or we'll get 2 champions out of this, and we'll get her first and then the Darkin in Season 3, or she is the host of the new Darkin weapon, and this is her before possession.
A few moments later.
Ty vole, to byla docela dobře, ne?
2 is the season of Ionia. Summoner's Rift will transform into the world of Spirit Blossom. We will get a completely new game
Tohle jsme viděli, no.
called Brawl. Voracious and Ruinous Attacan are both getting removed. Void objectives are getting adjusted, and there are plenty of other jungle and gameplay changes, improvements to bounty system and griefing detection systems, and we are even getting a new UI for the dev screen that will allow spectating your teammates. In Season 2, we'll also get a new
Ne jako, že bych posmrtně nemohl spektatit spoluhráče už teďka, ale
champion, and her name will be Yunara. She will be released in Act 2, so either late June or July, but for now Riot hasn't revealed more information about her. Now let's look at the Summoner's Rift, as this season we are entering Spirit.
A nemělo ten Noxus mít 3 akty třeba? Ha? A teď je druhý, ne? A už to končí, se mi zdá. Tak jak to jako je, vole? Určitě jsem si jistý, že by měly být 3. Co někde říkali, vole.
Spirit Blossom Beyond. Just like in Season 1, the actual terrain isn't changed. The change is...
Ale aspoň je to kurva zelený, opět. Není to hnědý a hnusný, jak předtím.
Just
ta Noxus mapa.
Like in Season 1, the actual terrain isn't changed. The change is purely cosmetic. There will be plenty of Spirit Blossom skins coming this season, and of course, we'll get...
Tohle Bard, kam, jaký dřevo, ne? Má místo ksichtu. Dobrý báchor má. Tady belly button.
We'll get a new Exalted skin, this time for Morgana. And thankfully, after a very long await, Lux is finally getting a new skin.
Paráda.
Now let's talk about gameplay changes.
Wow, vypadá to docela hezky, no.
First one is already in Champ Select. Only junglers will be able to take Smite, and it will be assigned to them automatically.
New death screen, ukáž.
Now let's talk a little bit about death screen. Finally, after so many years, the death screen is being updated. As Riot is saying, quote, "Goodbye gray screen, hello slightly less gray screen." What is most important here is that during your gray screen, you will have an option to spectate your ally. League is also going to add new sound effects to spice most satisfying League moments. You can expect new sound effects on stuff like getting multi-kills, so hopefully your pentakill will be more exciting.
Jako na Ionia mapě budeme sucha Morgany, která je z demácie.
Updated. Champion bounties are getting suppressed unless...
Nebude, ne? Co to je, vole?
It's certain that your team is winning. So now, in order to get a bonus gold from bounty, you will...
Ne, tohle se vypadá jak Zája. To byla Ashe. No a i tak, víš co, Ashe je zase, vole, čem ze Freljordu, jakoby, proč by tam dávali? Já nevím, tady to vypadá jako Zája, tady tohle zase trochu, já nevím, no.
Clearly need to be on the winning team. What do you guys think about these changes?
And they said we couldn't have winter map. No. They untwisted the 3 lines. oni rozpletli ty tři liny, ano. Ty 3 twistuté liny. Už jsem byl znuděný z toho, jak Skarner pořád dostává skiny. Konečně dostala skin i Lux, děkuju, Riot. Jako můžu udělat zimní mapu, ale oni udělají až bude Freljord sezóna, no. Já si myslím, že Freljord sezóna bude třeba až příští rok okolo zimy někdy, ne? A nebo Freljord sezónu nahodějí na Vánoce teďka ještě tenhle rok třeba. Když to začne třeba v prosinci. To by bylo cool. Turety a druhá báze. Dobrý, no, hezký to bylo, nakonec, že to je světlý. Bude to přehledný.
We want to talk a bit about modes and metagames. Like we've said before, we think it's important to consistently have ways to play League outside of standard Summoner's Rift. So, we'll be releasing a new game mode called Brawl.
Brawl is a 5v5
Brawl?
mode where you choose your champion.
Tady je Jordlí portál, dívej.
Played on a new map set in the whimsical
A i tam hrajou sami Jordlové, pojď se na to.
City. And your objective is simple. Push your minions into the enemy's base to win, and get rid of anyone who tries to stop you.
No towers, no major objectives, and nothing but your base's health bar to defend. Brawl is intended to be a fun, action-packed
Že ty miniony obětuješ, abys dal damage do nich, jako. Takže takhle, vole.
mode for players who want a
Takže takhle brutální to bude.
lower stakes game or are looking to get their friends in the league without having to deal with all the complexity of SR.
Now, games of Brawl have been balanced with snow mechanics, so while you might be down at some points, you're never truly out, making it perfect for playing with friends of drastically different skill levels.
Whether you're just looking for a fun time trying to play with friends or just want non-stop action, we hope you'll give Brawl a try when it goes live in patch
To jsou
25.
sami Jordlové. To je v Bandle City někde.
We can't
Nebo v Bandlewoodu, to je zase jejich les.
wait to see what you think.
Now, if you want to learn more about Brawl, check out the new dev blog that's out now. Separately, though, we also want to take a moment to talk about metagames. We're coming off of the Demon's Hand, and we love seeing all the combos you pulled off,
Zrovna to skončilo už, jo?
and that's also teaching us a lot about what has and hasn't worked with metagames that we're going to incorporate in future ones.
We will have another metagame coming out in Act 2 of the coming season.
Karty už nejsou?
As with previous metagames, we're going to keep trying something a bit different each time. All right?
We've heard your concerns about objective overload, so we have
No, objektivů je strašně moc ve hře, no.
some changes that should help find a healthy balance, in addition to a few other adjustments we have coming for Spirit Blossom. First up, Articon. In Season 1, we made changes to Articon's two forms, so you would see Voracious less often than Ruinous. And while we saw a good initial reaction to this change, we still saw some frustration around how often Voracious Articon spawns in pro games and how game warping his buff is. So in Season 2, we're getting rid of Voracious Articon, and he'll have only one form, Thornbound. While he won't look different from Ruinous Articon, he will.
Takže to bude už ten Leblančín Atakan, jako jo?
In addition to the Bloody Roses, the team who kills Articon receives all unclaimed roses on the map, and all of their
Všechny nesebrané růže na mapě získá.
bloody petals are purified into spirit petals, which grant 25% increased effect. Additionally, the team will also
Když se budou silnější kytky, nebo
get a spiritual purification buff for the rest of the game that slows and damages nearby enemies on champion kill, which we think will be a more satisfying effect. Outside of Articon, we also have some adjustments for the Void objectives based on feedback we've seen around objectives driving game pacing, especially before the 20-minute mark. First, we're changing Void grubs to spawn a single time, which will be a bit later in the game. This should allow everyone to focus more on laning and ganking, rather than
Takže už nebude meta prostě jít, vole, v 8. minutě, nebo když se to spavnovalo v 6. minutě Void Grabs.
them prioritizing early objectives. We're also moving the Rift Herald's spawn time up to 15 minutes and making it generally harder to avoid her damage. Another place we've seen a lot of feedback on is the bounty system. One of the main issues is that it sometimes feels like you have a bounty when your team is behind. So we're making the objective bounty system more accurate, which should help bounties feel like they're only on when your team has a lead. Outside of objectives and bounties, we're making a small change to the jungle and support roles. In Champion Select, only junglers will have access to Smite, and it'll be automatically assigned. Additionally, supports will automatically be given World Atlas at load-in. Our goal is to try and reduce
Naším cílem je zkusit snížit určitý druh trolení. No přesně takový ti low elo supporti, který nekupují ten Atlas vyjebanej, že jo? A pak nemá žádný wardy ve hře, no.
World Atlas at load-in. Our goal is to try and reduce certain types of trolling, and oops, my team doesn't have Smite lol, lock-in failures.
No.
We're adding the ability to swap roles in Champ Select, so you can still ask nicely to trade. And if you're an unsealed spellbook bard enjoyer, don't worry, you'll still be able to get Smite in game. We believe the ability to do this will discourage the pro play lane swap problem we saw in Season 1, without directly impacting the rest of us normies. Finally, we're replacing Grey Screen with a new Spectator UI, and adding killstreak sound effects that will play for your ears only when you participate in takedowns. We have a dev blog out now that
Takže si užijeme to, že budeme mrtví.
goes into more detail about the gameplay changes that you'll see when you load into the Rift at the start of Season 2. So be sure to check it out.
Hey everyone, for Season 2.
Skinny.
Hey everyone, I'm Steph, aka
Skiny mají nejvíc času v tom videu, vidíš to?
100-piece nuggets.
And I'm Tom, or
100-piece nuggets.
Riot
To je jméno.
Hylia. Today, we're here to dive into Spirit Blossom and talk about some updates to skins in general.
So there's a lot to discuss, but first and foremost, Spirit Blossom's back, yay!
Jo, víc skinů, já.
I have a lot of fond memories of getting crushed by Cassiopeia and playing tricks with Timo.
And the contrasting duality of the Spirit Realm just makes for really, really elegant, stunning skins.
Yeah, and this time around, we're actually expanding on Spirit Blossom with even more champions stepping into
Podojíme šaraj Tohle. No.
Ionian folklore. These skins are now a manifestation of the myths told during the festival, like Ash is the Wandering Queen who
Aška? Proč má Aška ionia skin, ale tak jako to je asi jedno, že?
guides souls to the spirit realm.
Or Aurelia, who is
No, Kireli to už sedí, ta je z ionia.
Ash's ready hand, whose unwavering loyalty led to heartbreak and calamity.
She has so many hands.
I know, right? You got more
Já bych udělal nějaký funny skiny jenom, ne?
than she knows what to do with.
Tady tyhle ty jsou zase takové... Už jich je milion. Už jich je 1600 v tom lulku, ne? Teď udělejte 500 funny skinů, prosím.
We've also got Bard, Varys, and my personal favorite, Zyra, as well as Ivor.
No, neříkám to, jako Ivern, vole, vypadá docela v pohodě, no. Ale spíš, když se podíval na tohle, tady na tu jeho hlavu, tak to vypadá spíš, jak kdyby mu jenom přidali pár barev a nabarvili Daisy, no. Kytičkama jako růžovejma, to je všechno.
And Prestige Spirit Blossom Lux, who will be earnable on the Act 1 paid pass.
Outside of Spirit Blossom, when we were looking at skins for Season 2 overall, we took a lot of learnings from Season 1. We want to do a better job at offering a wider variety of skins that are focused on our
To je úžasný, no, ale tak jako tak udělejte funny skiny další, ne?
champion first philosophy. So in Season 2, we're introducing something we're calling variety skins. Standalone, one-off skins that are either from existing thematics or totally new ones tailor-made for that champion.
The first one will be Pool Party Twitch, which will be earnable on the Act 1 paid pass. And while I'm sure
To je docela asi vtipnej skin, nevím.
some of you are thinking, you know, what about Twitch Screams Pool Party? I mean, look at him. He's a little rat and he's got a squirt gun. He would totally cause chaos at the family barbecue.
And we gave him a little Hawaiian shirt.
No, he's so precious. He's a little baby.
He's a baby. So anyways, variety skins will give us more room
Just
to
know.
just focus on making cool skins for individual champions without needing to build them into an entire grouping of thematic skins.
We're also looking at ways to bundle variety skins together into a looser thematic of sorts, like the recent April Fool's skins. You know, they all have the same core vibe. They're silly, they're goofy, they're fun, but realistically, they could each belong to an individual skin line, like Pool Party or Cats vs. Dogs.
We believe that this is a
Tohle týpek tady má prostě jméno. Týpek z chatu se jmenuje Říční krab. A když si otevřeš jeho profil, se jmenuje Říční krab, máš takhle kraba prostě, vole. To je perfektní, kámo, no. To je perfektní.
better balance of skins throughout the Spirit Blossom season than we were able to land with Season 1. So let us know what you think. We want to hear your thoughts on how this lands during Season 2. And finally, it's list time.
List time, yes.
So the next Exalted skin this season will be Morgana. And then for Prestige skins, we'll have Zed on the pass and Aphelios in the Mythic shop during Act 2.
That about
To je super, no.
wraps things up for us. As always, we would love
To mě nemůže zajímat míň, ty vole.
to hear what you think.
Thanks for watching, and we'll be back soon.